Saint Savvas the Sanctified during his lifetime told his disciples that his incorrupt body would be removed from his monastery, and later would rest in the Lavra which he founded. He said this return of his relics would come before the end of the world. This prophecy was fulfilled when the holy relics of Saint Savvas were stolen by the Crusaders of the First Crusade, 1096 to 1099, together with many other relics, and brought to Venice, Italy, where he was enshrined in a church dedicated to Saint Anthony. Nearly 9 centuries later, his relics were returned to Israel. On October 10, 1965, the relics of Saint Savvas were returned by Pope Paul VI to the Greek Orthodox Patriarchate of Jerusalem. The reception was made, at the direction of Patriarch Benedictus of Jerusalem, by Bishop Vasilios of Jerusalem, Father Theodosios the Abbot of Bethany, Father Seraphim the Abbot of St. Savvas Lavra, and the Hierodeacon, and future Metropolitan of Nazareth, Kyriakos. Though it is commonly recorded that this gesture on behalf of the Pope was made merely as an ecumenical gesture, such as that of the skull of St. Andrew in Patras. But, with regards to the return of the relics of St. Savvas, there is more to the story. In fact, it was St. Savvas himself who was urging Pope Paul VI to have his relics returned, appearing first to his predecessor Pope John XXIII in his dreams and causing a scene in his reliquary. Seraphim, the abbot of St. Savvas Lavra, explains everything as follows. The Pope did not give us the holy relics because he loved us, but because St. Savvas would constantly appear to him, and would bother him to have his relics returned to his monastery. When the Pope died, he did not take the wishes of the saint into account, so he appeared again to his successor, Pope Paul VI. Even in the church where his holy relics were treasured in a glass coffin, he would hit the glass and cause trouble, frightening the guards and the Latin monks. Patriarch Benedictus had insisted that Father Seraphim attend the reception of the relics. He even told the abbot, "In your days, Father Seraphim, Saint Savvas has returned." Father Seraphim responded, "No, in your days, your holiness." When the Orthodox representatives arrived at the Church of St. Anthony in Venice, they wondered if indeed these were the relics of Saint Savvas. Father Seraphim observed every inch of the incorrupt relic, to see if he could see a sign of authenticity. He noticed that one of the eyes of Saint Savvas was missing. This proved it for him, since in his biography it is said that the Monophysites removed one of his eyes. Moved by this, Father Seraphim would not leave the side of the relics till they arrived at his monastery. Even when the holy relics arrived in Athens, where they were to be venerated by the faithful prior to the return, Father Seraphim stood all night guarding the holy relics while everyone else was sleeping. Metropolitan Kyriakos of Nazareth describes the scene as if Father Seraphim and Saint Savvas were having a conversation that night. A problem arose when it came time to dress the holy relics in Orthodox vestments, since the Latins had dressed him in Latin vestments. After 9 centuries, it would be impossible to maneuver the body so as to put on the rason, the monastic schema and epitracheline, among other things. To further complicate matters, the hands of Saint Savvas were crossed over his chest. Metropolitan Kyriakos of Nazareth describes what then happened as follows. "We then saw Abbot Seraphim kneel before the holy relics, and pray for a good amount of time. At one point he arose and did prostrations and lifted the arms of Saint Savvas, as one would a living man before the amazed eyes of us all. They were able to change the vestments without a problem in Venice, before the return to Jerusalem. When the glass coffin arrived at the Piazza San Marco on the pier, there was a gondola that transported it by escort to an area near the airport. In a strange coincidence, it was the same pier the sacred relic had disembarked centuries ago. Countless pigeons were gathered there, as if they were there to honor the event. Even many years later, when Father Seraphim and Metropolitan Kyriakos would reminisce about those days, they would always talk about the pigeons. When the holy relics finally arrived in Jerusalem, they were first brought to the Church of the Resurrection for many days. Here the women could venerate the holy relics, prior to being brought permanently to the all-male monastic lavra of St. Savvas. Father Seraphim tells of a certain miracle at this time in Jerusalem. An Orthodox nun who was waiting to venerate the holy relics, had doubts over whether or not the Latins had indeed given the authentic relics to the Orthodox. It was then that she saw the head of St. Savvas lift and turn to her, then it returned again in its place. Her joy removed all doubts. Thanks for joining us on the miraculous journey of St. Savvas. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell for more inspiring content. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community of faith and inspiration. Follow us on social media for updates. Links are in the description. Share this video with friends and family to spread the message of faith. Catch up on the playlist for more intriguing testimonies. Thanks for being part of our community. Until next time, may the blessings of Saint Savvas be with you. Take care, and see you in the next video.